Alrighty guys, I'm gonna share with you why I think that watch trading is one of the coolest ways to make money. Watch trading is actually a unique investment opportunity that not a lot of people know about. And we have an opportunity within my program for people to actually invest into luxury watches. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be an expert. You can basically go out and buy a watch that's off market. You buy it under the market value. You clean it up a little bit, you polish it, you make it look nice, and then you resell it at retail. Now, the way that you can do this is through relationships mostly, but there's also watch communities out there that can teach you exactly how to value these watches and make a really nice margin on them. And I'm not talking about a couple percent. Most of our watch trades make 15 to 40% a month. It's actually one of the safest investments out there, and you're buying a physical asset. So it's not like your money goes anywhere. You're just parking some money in a watch, in a luxury asset. That luxury asset then appreciates over the next maybe month or two, and then you can sell it for a higher profit. And so if you can buy these watches strategically, like right now, for example, the market is down. It's a great time to buy watches. Now we're able to buy many watches, and we have a guaranteed way out. So if we simply wait 6 months, we can get out on these watches, most likely very profitably. Now, we can also do some quick flips. We can buy watches when we see a really good opportunity. Maybe somebody needs the cash immediately. We can buy that watch, clean it up a little bit, and then resell it. And that's a great way to start making some cash. You also have to know which watches to buy and all those different details, right? That can be pretty taxing, and it can be kind of difficult to understand exactly how all that works. So we have an expert in place. We literally have a mini fund set up where people can invest money into something like this, and we have a professional that operates the whole investment. Our students, they invest into this program. They put in $20, $30, $50, $100,000 into watches. This watch trader goes out and he buys watches. Now, he sometimes buys one watch, sometimes he buys a pack of 5 or 10 watches, and so then he has this whole little portfolio that he sets up, and this watch portfolio performs based on the data that we're seeing, anywhere from 15 to maybe 40% on a single watch, just depending on what exactly he can purchase it for and what exactly he can resell it for. And it ends up being very, very profitable for our investors because for them it's passive. They don't really have to do anything at all. They just kind of sit back and let the professionals do what they need to do, but they're still able to benefit from what's going on in the watch market. The watch market, if you haven't realized, is one of the craziest markets that we have today. It's basically becoming kind of like the stock market or like real estate because people are realizing, hey, this watch is valuable. This watch is a very valuable asset that, number one, protects me from inflation, right? So if I buy this watch and inflation goes crazy, guess what? The watch is just going to go up in value. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that because it reflects what's going on with inflation. For me, that's a very safe bet to make. Number two, most of these watches are rare that we're buying. We're not buying stuff that's mainstream that could easily get devalued. So there's some sort of value there that makes it a very special watch. So we're buying very special pieces. And that allows us, again, another layer of security. We probably are not going to lose money on these watches because there's a lot of demand and there's not much supply out there. We have the leverage in that situation as the watch trader because we know that if we buy this watch, it's probably going to make us a lot of money. So number one, a hedge against inflation. Number two, these watches are rare. Number three, most of these watches are made out of precious metals. Like some of these watches have diamonds. Some of these watches are literally made of solid gold or platinum or silver, whatever it is. Think about it like this. A lot of people say, hey, you should invest into gold or silver. And you can go out there and you can buy literally a kilo of gold if you want. What are you going to do with that gold though? You see what I mean? It's not very high utility. Watches in general are just high utility. They can tell you time, they can do all these different things. It's a lot more utility than you can get out of a hunk of gold. The hunk of gold just kind of looks cool. Maybe you can use it as a paperweight in your office, maybe just keep it in a safe, hide it under your pillow, under your bed. Some people put it in the bank. They put it in one of those safe deposit boxes at the bank and they keep it at the bank, and that makes them feel safe because they have a kilo of gold in the bank, right? Now, that's not everybody, obviously, but you have a lot of utility with watches. The point is that it's a lot more utility. You can take it with you, right? You can travel with it. It's a lot more easy than traveling with a piece of gold, and you're still maintaining that value. It looks great, right? right? You can have a really nice watch, enjoy it. When you're done with it, if the price goes up and you made money on it, you can sell it. The way that we're seeing inflation go right now, and the way that we're seeing the currency, the US dollar, get devalued, it's causing a lot of these watches to go up in value. So there are brands out there that are very volatile. Rolex in general is pretty volatile. Now, specific watches, if they're rare or they're harder to find, they're not going to be as volatile as others. But there are companies out there, watchmakers out there, that make really, really special pieces. And sometimes they're one of a kind. They make a one of a kind piece, or maybe they make only 10 of them, and it's just a very, very special watch. And so when you see something like that, and when you can get access to something like that through a jeweler or somebody that trades watches for you, you're able to take advantage of a deal like that, get access to that watch, lock it in at whatever price, and eventually, if you have a 3-month horizon, right, or maybe just a quick flip, in a month, maybe 3 weeks, you're gonna flip that watch and you're gonna make money on it. So we're literally seeing anywhere from, like I said, 15 to 40% a month on these watches, and it's such a safe model. We're buying a physical asset. There's not really much risk. The worst thing that could happen is we maybe get out at break even, because again, we're buying these watches at such a low price. We're negotiating them down to where we're not paying top dollar for these watches. If we're not paying top dollar, we could probably resell for what we bought it for without much risk. It's probably not going to be very hard to do that, because again, we negotiated the price down. We're already buying it under market value. We're buying it for a price that we believe is profitable. And so it's likely that other people would believe that it's profitable at that price as well. And so that allows us to make money, or in the worst case, get out at break even and get into another watch. When you use a fund model, you're getting exposure to several watches. So you're buying a pack of 5 watches or 10 watches. And so chances are that one of those watches is going to be very, very profitable. Chances are that maybe 1 or 2 are not going to be so profitable. And then the other couple might be just average profitability. So overall, we can expect to be somewhere within that range, but we like to focus on watches that are rare and that are definitely going to be very likely to make towards the top of that range, somewhere in the 20, 30, 40% a month range. So that's just our model. That's what we use. Make sure you do your own due diligence. Check out watch trading. It's definitely a cool way to make some money. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.